kidding.
Who are you kidding? We're live with the effortless god Intern the Sage, who already knows that we have Tongerian Tavern as the latest thing that we want to start doing. So we're going to have people come on and we're going to, oh, look here. Sending stars. Thank you, Parapet.
Are you ready?
Hello. I'm ready. What? I'm being mixed a drink by Intern the Sage already. Fabulous. I love it.
This is called the Purple Rain from my college bar I used to go to.
Okay. What is this? Is called Purple Rain.
I guess I'm doing 2 shots. Precision pour all. Maybe. Oh,
this is Intern the Sage. This is not the only time you have done liquid pouring ASMR for the podcast. We have the return of liquid pouring ASMR. Intern the Sage.
Do you know the meme of 2 shots of vodka?
No, I do not. I am not chronically online. I don't know these things. I apologize in advance.
That one was an old one. That does not. I gotta go check that. Actually,
hold, pause, car. We are holding for effortless god Intern the Sage to return with. What are you checking exactly in your beaker? You are legit. Just doing a science experiment. You know what, Intern the Sage? Can we talk about that? Like, while you're making a beverage for me, which you will drink on my behalf, and I thank you very much. I appreciate. We need to talk about dreams. I was reading some old journals to look for some specific dreams I remembered having, and so I was reading like other dreams. And what is this?
This is the Blue Hawaiian Schnapps liqueur. But I'm eyeballing it.
Okay, but the other one was a red schnapps of what or what?
Red tropical schnapps.
Okay. And this is called Purple Rain. We dig Prince. I'm about Prince. Prince is cool. This is so fantastic. Fantastic. I see you eyeballing it. I think I'm proud of you. Is it beautiful? Is it perfect? Let me see.
So this, okay. Do you want the whole explanation that just happened? What happened?
Yes, because you look like the mad scientist I was reading about in my dream that I had. Well, whatever. We'll get to it. Tell me about your drink.
Ooh. So my red liqueur right here, gave me 3 ounces instead of 2 ounces. So I measured 2 ounces in there. That's what this guy was for.
Okay.
And then this guy I was worried was going to give me 3 ounces, but he gave me a perfect 2. So.
Well, thank you very much, Blue, for giving us a perfect 2. We appreciate you. Yes, we do. Stop me. Don't let me rhyme like that. Intern the Sage. It's lame. I'm also so excited that I figured out how I can show you videos because I want to show you some videos. Intern the Sage, I want you to react to some of my favorite videos from the intertubes. What's that? What you got?
Right.
Again, we have the ASMR of pouring. I love your ASMR, Intern the Sage. I'm generally a hard no on ASMR. Oh, that's pretty.
I kind of fucked it up where. Yeah, but I don't care enough because I'm just chugging this. So
I think that's really quite beautiful. That's a lovely shade of sort of indigo purpley. I love that you have. I really do love the mad scientist glass straw beaker effect that you have going on. I'm enjoying it quite a lot.
Thank you. When I was back in college, I was looking at these cool little science glasses, but I talked myself out of them because I was broke.
Well, that's unfortunate. You know what? Let's just get some really awesome fans who will like send us really cool like stuff like that for drinks. What do you got there now? Snacks. Oh, Intern the Sage.
Just good cheese, remember?
Good cheese. That's right. Yes, good cheese. Intern the Sage. Let me tell you about these dreams that I was reading about in my journals that I was remembering. I don't know if it's useful, matters, whatever. So I was remembering this dream where me and some friend of mine, and I don't know who, but I was like, maybe Sage the intern was there. We like, I don't know, found some kind of mad scientist lab in a basement, and we were like rummaging through all of his stuff, and he had all these like fake IDs, multiple fake IDs or whatever. I don't know if we were trying to like steal something, or I don't know what we were doing in there, but like he came in down into the basement and saw that we were in there rummaging around, and then tried to run away from us, and we like cornered him in like a top stairwell sort of something, and like I don't know what happened. I woke up by my poof bear, my little Pomeranian at the time, but I just remember like we cornered him in the stairwell and we stopped him, like he couldn't run away. But I remember this box full of like fake IDs and stuff. I don't know. What is that? What does that make you think of, Intern the Sage? What is your effortless God brain triggered to
You know
think
what?
What?
Probably was me with you there, because running after people, I would totally do.
You know what? Intern the Sage, let me tell you what. If I was ever in a bar fight, I would want you on my team, because I imagine that you would just be an absolute boss in a bar fight.
I have a really loud yelling voice that not many people know of, but it's true.
I see you trying to maneuver and determine how you're going to take all of that with you.
Well, so I know how I'm going to do it. I just got to chug some of this. I don't want it on my grilled cheese.
I don't want it on my grilled cheese. Oh, I miss talking to you all day, every day. Intern the Sage, how do we make this so that I can spend more time talking to you all day, every day? It's sad for me that this is only a 1 day a week thing for us.
If only you would hop on Discord more.
I need to get on Discord more. I'm busy all the time. That's a really great angle. I like that. That's beautimous. That's fantastic.
You want to bring everything?
Do I want to what?
See, I told you I didn't want this on my grilled cheese.
I love it. That's brilliant. That was impressive. I like that. Very well done. Very well done. All right, Intern the Sage, tell me about any weird dreams that you've had lately, because we haven't had enough conversations recently about how reality isn't real.
I've been going to bed way too late to have dreams.
How late?
For them.
You know what? Guess what? Remember that okay, here we go, Intern the Sage. Remember I kind of figured out how to do a thing? Let me do this. Let me try this. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do this. I want you to watch this. Is one of my favorite videos. One of my favorite videos, and I want to see your face sauce. Watch it. Okay. This dude is going to get hit by a truck. Not really, but like almost. Just watch. Watch. Almost. Zoom. Nope. Somebody teleport him away. Did you see that?
I did.
Go back. This is one of... Now talk to me about teleportation and quantum jumping and time slips, because it's some of my favorite stuff in the whole wide cosmos. How do I...
She doesn't believe that video is true.
What are you talking about? Don't ruin my fun.
So, that one gets a thumbs down.
A thumbs down from Intern the Sage. Okay. Tell me why.
Yeah. Because it just didn't look real. It looked like it was Photoshopped. I had to think about it, but I think it was Photoshopped.
You think it was Photoshopped? Oh, hold on. Okay, fine. This is on YouTube.
What is my thing? Founder of your mom. Okay.
Founder of your mom. Tongarian Imaginarian is me today.
Ooh. Okay, get ready to let me in. Are you ready?
Yeah. There we go. Boppity boop. That was pretty smooth for that just could not have gone any better, Intern the Sage. Look at that.
I do that pretty smooth.
You're very smooth. I appreciate the smoothness, which Yes. Intern
That's
the
all
Sage.
I can do for you is be smooth. Smooth criminal.
Ooh, I haven't heard that in a long time. Are we doing the Alien Ant Farm version or the original MJ? No, I'm just doing the Alien
Glee.
Ant Farm.
The Glee version.
What? Okay, that one I don't know. Do you know the Alien Ant Farm version?
Sound of a crescendo. No,
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I like that one. It's a very sort of punk rock. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah. I dig it. Intern the Sage. What were we talking about?
You know what we're gonna do?
Tell me what we're gonna do. Tell me about all of our businesses that we're gonna have. You're coming up with. Go. I'll write it down so I don't forget. Tell me what we're gonna do.
Okay, wait. Oh, okay. I saw a lot of TikToks complaining about how streaming services are getting so expensive and they aren't good anymore. And that everyone kind of wants a CD back in their lives. So, because streaming services, you don't have that physical media. So if streaming services all of a sudden leave, we don't have shows anymore. We're missing entertainment.
Okay.
So that's why everyone on TikTok wants CDs back.
You mean DVDs, CDs, DVDs?
Same. Yep.
All the discs.
Everything's the same to me.
Can I ask for floppy disks to return, like from back in the day, if we're gonna play that? Because is this not
only
a thing?
Only if you can get them to work.
Okay, but this is a thing with your generation, just a little bit. Yes, millennials and younger, because like my baby sister's into this stuff, like old school Walkmans that have like you can get cassette tapes made still and get like old school Walkmans. So like indie bands will do. Is it bandcamp.com or something? I can't remember. I don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody needs to tell us. But like indie Bandcamp, whatever, they can have cassette tapes made, but they still have like old school Walkmans you can play them in. Am I wrong? Is this not like a thing for your people? The old school technology being fun, cool, like whatever?
You're not wrong. And like record players.
Yeah.
Part of it, it's like those things are antiques and they're really cool. The other part of it's like not all of our generation grew up with iPhones or like phones in general. So it's just like we can see both sides.
Okay.
Of how not having that physical media is kind of like, yes, it's really nice to just pull up Spotify on your phone, play songs, and keep going on with your life. Yeah. But then you don't own that song. You don't own a CD that is able to play Billie Eilish for 8 days straight that you can pop in your car. Like, we don't have that anymore. Cars are being made without CD players, all that.
I get it. I see what you're saying. I do. Do you know what I kind of miss about like the CD situation? And my brother John and I have talked about this, that like you don't listen to albums anymore. Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't listen to a full album in the order that it is, right? There's no show.
So you miss so much of like, it's important.
It is important because there's a structure to an album when you like when artists are putting together, like it's an orchestration, it's a story, right? Like there's a reason to the order when they put it together, right? Like, and there are some albums that like one of my favorite albums from high school is Unwritten Laws, Elva, and it is one of those that it's like listening to that in order, like in its entirety, is like I am back in high school cruising around with my friend Angela, and we're like just jamming to that seat because there's nothing else to do in the tiny town I grew up in but just drive around and listen to CDs. You know what I wanted? I thought of this one the other day too, hanging out with Angela and listening to the like second Incubus album, the new Incubus album that had come out that has Stellar on it, I think. I don't know, but like I gotta go reinvestigate some of these albums that I haven't listened to for like a long time. What are some of your favorite albums that you haven't listened to in a while? Intern the Sage.
Just a second.
Just a second.
Pause 1 moment.
Are you Google schmoogling something?
No, I'm seeing if it's your Wi-Fi that's shitty or if it's my Wi-Fi that's shitty.
I see you just fine and hear you just fine.
Your Wi-Fi is shitty then. Just kidding.
Well, could be. I don't know. There's gremlins in my computer. There's gremlins in your computer. Tongerverse, we need you to clear the gremlins from the interwebs so that we may live stream without interruption, because I need to know more about Intern the Sage. Albums that you have to listen to in order, in their entirety, because it's important.
Okay, so Billie Eilish's new album. Sorry, I always say eyelash because I always forget that it's...
Because eyelash is funny. I think it's no, I like it. Billie Eilish is like a cartoon version of Billie Eilish that is just an eyelash. Like no eyeball, just eyelash. That's
just
it.
Eyelash.
Just an eyelash that sings. And I think that would be a great little animation, Intern the Sage, that you just invented effortlessly. Good job, you.
Oh. Thank you. So Hit Me Hard and Soft is her new album that you kind of got to listen through the whole thing.
There is, okay, do you know?
Okay.
What?
Oh, sorry, you go first. I'll put mine in my brain.
No, I don't care. I already wrote down a thing that we need to talk about, so it's fine. Tell me.
This isn't an album.
Okay.
And this is kind of old news, but it's fine.
Well,
have you seen anything about Kendrick Lamar and Drake's little feud?
I have not. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anything about that. Intern the Sage.
You need to. This is important for your career as a human being.
For my career as a human being, I didn't know. Okay, do tell me. I'd like to advance. Intern the Sage. I would like to advance in my career as a human being. This is some excellent training for us right now. Career.
Let me look up the order.
The order?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We are on human career advancement with Intern the Sage. What a wonderful thing. I can't wait to hear this. That's going to be a t-shirt. PTS? How about BTW? What's PTS? Intern the Sage. I don't even know. Weird things coming out of my mouth.
All I can think about is PTSD.
I know. That's what I thought too. I'm like, what? No, that's not. But BTW, by the way. Okay. What do you got to tell me? Lay it on me. Intern the Sage.
Okay, just a second.
Your human career.
I think I found it.
Human career training.
Okay.
What I actually need. Go ahead.
Thank you, Reddit, for having this. This is very, very important.
Look here.
So right here.
Okay, show me. What do you got?
Right here.
Okay.
This is the order of stuff that you need to listen to. There's a J. Cole one in here that you can include, but this Reddit thread doesn't. It probably is somewhere in here, but
is this okay? Excuse me. But is this a musical? Here's what my assumption is. There's a musical feud
these
happening.
Are diss tracks. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like Eminem and whoever he was fighting with, sort of thing.
Yup.
Okay, so we are diss tracks. Okay, so we're playing. I get it. Music feud is fun. Listen, here's what I'm gonna say. Intern the Sage.
I'm ready.
Music feud, I think, is a fantastic way for them to drum up some like public attention and stuff like that. I see things like this, and sometimes I'm just like, what if they're fake and they're doing it on purpose just to like get the fans riled up and get the attention? And I support it if that is true. You know what I'm saying?
Normally, I agree with you. Yep, I completely understand what you're saying. This might be the one time. It's one time for the one where it's like,
why? You think they're legit mad at each other?
Well, basically, Kendrick. You know what? I'm skipping a lot of information.
I couldn't name a song by either of these folks, just so you know.
You can or can't?
I can't. You're free to share anything else on the screen that you want. I was going to show you a midair skydiving accident, but we don't have to do that.
Oh, that would be fun. I was going to make us play Wordle later.
Yes, please. I'm down for that. 100%. Why do I need to know why do I need to know the Drake Kendrick thing for my human career training? What's the importance? I don't understand.
Because this is the correct way to call out pedophiles.
What?
That's what this whole thing is about. So go listen to it. It'll change your life forever.
It'll change my life forever. The correct
Got you a minor. Yep, you don't understand it. It's fine. You aren't chronically online, and I am what brings us together.
You are what brings us together, Intern the Sage, because you are an effortless god. I have no idea what you're talking about with this whole thing.
I mean you and the internet.
It's the trifecta that is required for the Tongerverse to continue to exist. We're the things pinning it all together, right? That's what it is. You hold everything together at the center.
Yeah. Can we talk about adulting?
Can we? Yes, we absolutely can.
I'm so silly.
Okay.
So I found this app I love. I don't know. I can't search for it at the moment. I found this app I love. And of course, it's a budgeting app. And I love budgeting. That's like one. I should have gone into like financial planning or like becoming a financial planner, right?
Girl, do some financial planning.
I should have done it because
for my business model thing I just sent you for our nonprofit podcast content creation production public information. Go read my shit. I had a fever dream business plan. It's gonna be great.
As long as we can open a Blockbuster. Anyway.
That's what I wrote down that we needed to talk about that we haven't talked about yet. What is this video store Blockbuster? Okay, because we'll
come back to that.
We'll come back. Okay, we'll come back to that.
That's what I was talking about earlier with the TikTok.
Right.
Okay. CDs.
Well, at what place would you like to be in the present Tonger? Intern the Sage. Intern the Sage. Where will we start if we're not starting with our video store business that we're adding to our multiverse mall that's also going to have our ag store and our art supply store? And you're going to still
hate to say out loud.
What?
If we were to start a store, we genuinely should start it in South Dakota because of the economic development area. Because it's so good.
Why are we not doing it then, girl? Where do we need to be? What are we opening? What are we gonna like? What? Come on, Intern the Sage. I'm with you.
And then
I don't disagree. How do we use this to our advantage?
I don't know. We'll have to look into stuff, but
we do have to look into stuff. This is why I need to talk to you.
See, now I've had 2 shots in me, and I'm like, can't think. So.
Oh, is that all it takes?
It's crazy. So my alcoholism was so good from sophomore year. Sophomore year of high school to junior of college.
My alcoholism was so good.
Yeah, write that one down.
That's going in the notebook of sageism that we have to put on a t-shirt. I got so many of them now. Even just you're just such a wellspring of wonderful merch ideas, Intern the Sage. I just love you so much. My alcoholism.
It's because I just say it with so much confidence. Like, I know what I'm saying is wrong, but I can't think of other words. So alcoholism is perfect.
Listen. You are absolutely correct, Miss. There is nothing wrong with any of the ways you are communicating. I think it's great.
Oh, like I was driving with my dad down from the lake cabin yesterday. No, sorry, Monday.
Okay.
And I said a word and he corrected me and I said, no, I meant what I said. And it was so wrong. The word was so wrong. It didn't make any sense. But it's fine. I didn't care enough to like.
I love that. I know. I get it though. Like Listen, if you understood the message I was trying to get across, don't correct my shit.
Exactly. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. All right. No, I'm with it. I agree with you 100%. Oh,
Okay,
Intern
anyway,
the Sage.
Here I stopped drinking to actually focus on getting good grades, which sucked. I shouldn't have done that. And it was actually when I
am the queen of I should not have been so responsible. What a waste of my youth. Whatever. It's
I know.
fine.
And allegedly I turned 21 right as I stopped drinking too, which is kind of iconic of me. And someone another TikTok thing.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Someone
on TikTok said as soon as I can't remember what video this is on, but as soon as you can start paying for your own alcohol, it's not fun anymore. And that was so right. That was the most correct.
Oh, like as soon as you can go to a bar, it's lame. It's like, yeah, pretty much. I agree with that. I think that understood.
Yeah. So I stopped drinking, so my tolerance is actually at 0 now.
Well, good for you. That's kind of fun. It's like a nice little reset that you get to have, and that's a good time. Intern the Sage, I need to ask you. There's that ASMR now, the beaker chinking stuff. I need to ask you, girl, TikTok. Get in your TikTok brain for a hot second. Okay? The TikTok. Somewhere someone would really enjoy this like ASMR you're doing on OnlyFans. Like
I don't know which side of my headphone has the mic on it.
It's all very loud and clear, I promise.
Oh, good.
It is. It's beautiful. What was I telling you?
I don't know. We were getting distracted.
It's fine. Girl ADHD. It doesn't matter. My alcoholism was so good. Are we going to talk about the video store? Are we not going to talk about the video store?
Oh, no, I need another grilled cheese.
Pause for a minute. Talk to me about TikTok. Okay.
What do you want from me?
Okay. What do you want from me? I want quantum jumping techniques, Tonger, from TikTok. Go. It's a thing on TikTok. It's a thing on TikTok. Quantum jumping, quantum time slips, quantum leap stuff. Techniques for doing it. This is like a rabbit hole. I know I went down like 2 years ago. God, is that even true? I don't even know.
I don't know how to spell techniques.
Well, I don't.
Why did it say Wait. Why does it say quantum leap Down syndrome?
I don't know. You have to push the button. Quantum leap. Okay, well, there's whatever. Talk to me about this. I thought this was a thing that maybe your generation or what have you is into or enjoying, or I don't know. How do I want to say it?
We're really into astronomy. Astrology. Well, both.
Thank you, Intern.
Okay, I'm okay. See how red my face is getting? I
love it. I think this is great. We need to start. This is why we need to start the Tongarian Tavern, where we bring people in. Don't worry, we're gonna start it. It's gonna be a thing. I've already talked Florida Man into it. I'm making it a thing. I'm calling it into the Tongerverse. I rule this Tongerverse, and I say it's a thing we're gonna do because I need to see you mix more drinks and say silly stuff because I enjoy it. What's your favorite? Okay, I think that just the Zodiac Fun Times generally sauce is just enjoyable as a game.
I like the Zodiac Killer.
Tell me more about your favorite active serial killer, Intern the Sage. Your one dude got caught in the overseas. Is this correct? You were so sad.
So. I was so sad. Let me, we're just gonna Google active serial killers.
I would
in
love
the United States. Actually, we should do Washington State.
You're just gonna why?
Because there tends to always be Serial killers in Washington State.
Because they're just hiding everything in the vast expanses where Bigfoot is at.
Let's see our number of serial killers. We only have 10. We're the lowest. South Dakota sucks. Oh wait, this is the total victims from 92 to 19. We only have 10 victims. We suck.
No, I was gonna say, what do you mean we suck? 10 serial killers active in South Dakota would be a pretty high proportion of the population overall, I think. Actually, that's a lot. Intern the Sage, is that part of our business too, where we're trying to help? What is this? We're trying to help serial killers locate to South Dakota. So we're doing, it's like economic development, but like, great, if you're a serial killer, come to South Dakota because we don't have enough.
Oh, look, we suck. We're literally at the bottom. Anyway, who's at the top? Oh, of course, California's at the top.
Of course, California's at the top. And then Washington or what? No. Illinois.
California, Texas, Florida. I know. I saw that and I was like, huh? But probably because of Chicago. I feel like Chicago has mostly active serial killers.
Well, they've got, Chicago O'Hare Airport has never been good to me. So Minnesota is, where is it? Here. There's you.
You're working late. Why does this graph look so fucky? Fix how the states look. Freak.
Oh, Intern the Sage, I do love you. So tell me now more about your favorite active serial
killer.
Oh shit! What are you showing us more stuff?
I'm showing you graphs. Did you take away my screen privileges? Stop taking away my screen privileges.
I didn't know we were still showing a bunch of. Intern this is appropriate because we are also on LinkedIn. So this looks a lot more like something that belongs on LinkedIn. Like there's a PowerPoint or a meeting or a whateverness. So it's okay. It's on brand.
So you see this guy, the son of Sam? I don't think this guy was actually the son of Sam.
Really? Tell me that story.
Yeah, I can when I'm sober and I can actually think of it.
I'm going to bring you back up, Big Sauce, so I can see your facey's face, but tell me more. All right, well, fine. Tell me more about your favorite serial killers in general. Girl ADHD.
The Nebraska boy snatcher?
What? I don't know that
Why is he from Maine? I mean, I don't from anywhere.
Well, why do you call him?
Let's go Chicago.
He did his stuff. Ooh.
Let's go 2024 Chicago murder map.
Murder map? Did you just, I did not know murder map was such a thing. Are we sharing that now too?
I'm working. No.
Oh. You just took away your own screen privileges because Intern the Sage likes to flip the paradigm that way. I love you for that.
I can do it because I'm in charge.
You are
of my own self. I would never take away your screen privileges. But if you said, Sage, I don't want to have screen privileges, you could take away your own screen privileges.
Because only you can take away your own power or give away your own power. Intern the Sage. What a wonderful, effortless message. I don't know why it looks like that. Tell me more about your favorite historical serial killers.
Well, I appreciate that. Jack the Ripper?
Yeah. Ooh, you know what? Have you ever read
that she wasn't found?
She? You think it was a she?
Yeah.
You think it was a this is tell me this. So like there's a book I think it's called Everybody Loves Jack. This investigative journalist type dude did like a deep dive on Jack the Ripper stuff and had a pretty good like argument for some traveling opera singer guy. The argument that he put together, like based on evidence and stuff, was pretty compelling. I mean, whatever. All truths are true, so like all the timelines are possible. Tell me the timeline where the Jack the Ripper murderer was female. This is not a conspiracy theory I'm familiar with.
So during that age, of time. It was kind of weird to have blood on your clothes, right? But it'd be weird now, but you know what I mean.
I was gonna say.
But the like two kind of groups of the one main group of people that it was okay to have blood on your clothes and walk around were medical people in the medical field.
Sure.
So that's your nurses.
But what about butchers? I mean,
that's yes, but the butchers, they probably would tend to stay close to their like shop, you know, with their bloody clothes on, because
okay,
if they were walking around looking bloody, you'd think that people wouldn't buy from them because they don't look classy. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm not currently tapped into the
good misinformation from Sage.
Some really great misinformation. This is, you know what? This is just Sage's Tongerverse she's creating, and I believe in it, and I like it, and let's keep rolling with it.
So,
Jack.
It was nurses and
doctors,
midwives.
Midwives. Sure.
Because midwives were very, very popular. So I do tend to swing kind of towards the midwife, because also you would think that midwives would be more accepted in like the prostitute areas than like nurses or doctors, because
this is interesting. Like, you know, they wouldn't be suspicious, so they would be able to get away with things and not necessarily right. That's interesting. Okay.
But anyone at that time could have killed anyone because no cameras.
Well, anyone at this time can kill anyone too. There just are cameras to see it sometimes.
Well, you get caught this time.
Yeah.
I bet I could go put someone in my grove allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean,
put someone in my grove.
That's the exciting thing about living in rural America, is that you have those opportunities available to you. Big wide open spaces. Intern the Sage.
I know.
Are you ever going to talk to me about our video store?
I already did. I'm done.
That's it. I already did it. It's been done in the Tongerverse. I'm not worried about it. I'm letting it go.
We're putting it in Sioux Falls.
Okay. And now really for serious though, Intern the Sage. Let's open a shop of some kind. How do we do this? We need to talk about this. We need to figure out the fundingness of it. We're going to open it in Sioux Falls. What's A Mom going to do?
A Mom is kind of broke right now.
Okay, well, A Mom needs to let's do a business plan thing. Who do we talk to? Who do we get our funding from?
We would have to talk to A Dad.
A Dad. Okay.
Because A Dad he's the moneymaker. He's the breadwinner of the household.
Okay, well, no, but I'm saying
yes, all finances do go through A Mom, but A Dad would happily cut off the older child.
Well, what's up, Mark Davis? Good to see you. What's up? Thanks for joining us. Okay, Sage the Intern also says hello. We need a business plan, but let's work backwards. What is the store? What's in the store? We know we've got egg and art supplies, and apparently we're adding CDs and videos for your generation who enjoys old school media. What else do we need? How do we get the TikTok kids to come in to a brick and mortar store?
Skibbity toy. Just kidding.
What?
I know you aren't chronically online. That's actually, it's kind of like, that's the new generation of kids. It's called Skibbity Toilet.
I still don't understand what that is.
You have to look it up. You should just Google schmoogle it. I refuse to Google schmoogle that. I'm not putting that on my Gmails. Google schmoogles. I'll happily look up murders, but I won't look
up the Chicago murder map, but I will not look up Skibbity Toilet. Okay, I want to know what your actual search history looks like. I want to know some fun things in your search history.
Well, remember I had to clear it all out that one day that I cried really hard?
I do remember that.
I almost cried today. I had a couple tears run down my face.
Well, look at Mark Davis is already on it. He wants to help us have our brick and mortar
We need to have a
store
CD
location
store.
because apparently the young kids
please
are into CDs, DVDs, and the old school medias. Because why do we think the streaming services are going to go away? Is this sort of like, is this the zillennial version of like doomsday prepping? Is that you need to make sure that you have entertainment? Like what is this?
No, so okay. The older generations like to bitch about how we spend all of our money on avocado toast and coffee and blah blah blah. Whatever. Shut up. Toast. We don't care what you have to say.
Look at that. Mark Davis does think outside of the box, so he would be able to. I know, right? He would be able to assist us. I believe so.
You might have to help us.
Well, you're the budget person, so you need to look at that. But tell me more about this doomsday prepping that isn't doomsday prepping for media.
Well, so they like to bitch about how if we keep spending money on coffee and avocado toast that we will never be able to buy a house. And it's like, no, that's not the problem. The problem is there's too many people. There's too many people that are not moving out of their positions. Like,
we had this conversation.
COVID was a little bit of a blessing because it forced people to retire.
And that's a nice way of saying
this is a little bit morbidly.
A bunch of people. Yeah, I was gonna say it forced people to retire is a nice way to say there was a global plague. I like that. We had a global restructuring of humankind, and a lot of people were forced into early retirement.
Yeah, you put it nicely.
I like that framing of it. I enjoy that.
It kicked out a people in the older range. Yes, it did. True, it did.
It's true.
But then the people, unfortunately, the incompetent people that are one step ahead of us filled those positions and are lining their pockets. CEOs.
I appreciate the incompetent word being thrown in there because it's accurate. So thank that's yes, correcting us.
So,
but listen, that's why we need to just create our own worlds and just let them just fizzle away. And we create our own Tongerverses. We create our own business, Intern the Sage. We create our own new amazing sauce community.
Yeah.
Society, because, like, whatever.
For example,
there's
a huge, I think it's a huge chain. There's a bunch of hospitals that are going bankrupt all under this one umbrella of a company. And
I did see
they filed for bankruptcy, but you know what he didn't put under? You know what he bought right before he went bankrupt?
A giant
$500 million yacht. Like he bought that right before they filed for bankruptcy. Like you can't tell me you are not lining your pockets.
Okay, but you also can't tell us not to buy avocado toast. Like, you know. I think that's
exactly
fair.
Well, when you can't even pass down the wealth to people who actually need it, like South Dakota and a bunch of states, it's not just South Dakota, are shipping all their homeless people to to California.
Shipping? You just made me imagine like big wooden box crates full of people that are like in there with lamps lit.
Think Greyhound buses, you freak.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Intern the Sage, what is this Tongerverse that you speak of? I live in a very sort of...
They're shipping all their people out. So, like, when the police get them, arrest them, they're like, either you get put in jail or we can ship you to California. So most of the time people go to California. And it's literally just to make things look nicer. Like, help these people get off the streets. That's what's going to help your economy. Like, you're just forcing
I don't disagree.
To go to California and still not get the help they need.
We'll call it in that we find a way. Intern the Sage. We're gonna build the thing where everybody wins and everybody thrives and everybody is hanging out, being groovy. getting all the things they need
Yeah.
because they're being their highest, truest self all day, every day, which means everything gets done and there's abundance for all. It's available. It's possible. I call it in. That's the timeline I pull myself into. Ba-bam. Done.
It's just irritating. Irritating that. And I don't
This
want
is
to.
now. I want to ask this question.
Okay,
Side quest Tonger.
Side quest.
Side quest Tonger. When
Side
Sage has had a
quibbin'.
few beverages, side quibbin. When Sage the intern the Sage has had a few shots in her, does she tend to get a little bit political and a little bit down with the patriarchy? Is this a part
it
of
depends who I'm talking to? It depends who I'm talking to because I tend to. Okay. This is gonna sound really, really kind of weird. I'm extroverted to the right people.
No, that's valid. Of course you are. You are comfortable with the people that are on your frequency, and that is appropriate. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I'm really good at being extroverted at work and around certain friends. But if you are not in either of those categories, you will get a hi from me. You'll get a pure hello. And then I probably won't talk to you because there's someone near me who will talk to you, who wants to talk to you, and I don't want to talk to you. So.
And I don't want to talk to you. And unlike me, who I'll just go talk to anybody. Like I go ask the old lady who was sitting outside smoking if she wanted to go to Scooters and get a coffee with me because I'm a crazy, weird person.
Did she go with you?
She did not, but I offered. I know, right? Like, I get it. Getting in cars with strangers, fine.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of also another side quest.
Yeah.
People always like to people, aka the older generations, like to bitch about how Gen Z is not as social. There we go. Well, that's the word I'm looking for. Not as social as their generation was. But it's also like
you're social in your own different ways. You have different methods that you can use to be social.
Well, and okay, if you really want us to be social, then like fix up your malls. Make the malls a nicer place because that was a hot spot when I was younger. We went to the malls.
Oh yeah,
now the malls are shitty. Why would we go? That's
why we need to start our own malls. Intern the Sage. Mm-hmm. What's going to be in the mall? Let's recreate. Okay, now so Gen Z. This is what I'm saying.
We need more third-party places that are comfortable to hang out in. Like what the bars are to the 21-year-olds are what we need to have for the kiddos.
We need more
a safe place that they can go to and they can chill out.
Yeah, more like coffee shop type places with all the couches and stuff and the poofy things to sit on. Like it's just a hangout space. Okay, well, what's that going to look like? We're going to have we're going to have Bestie Pops with bagels. What's the coffee shop next to it going to be called? And there's going to be a hangout sort of maybe kind of fancy college campus hangout where there's lots of like couches and squishy places to sit, and tables and stuff, right? So you can like hang out.
Yeah.
What's it look like?
We need to make it affordable. We have to make it affordable.
Intern the Sage, forget it. Listen, calling it in from the Tongerverse, so we have all of the resources that we need, and so do all the people that come along because we're going to build it so that everybody thrives and does well and can have all the fun that they want to have all day long. What fun are we having in the mall? That's the end that we need to focus on. So we have a CD store because y'all want CDs and cassettes again, and we'll sell Walkman. And we'll decorate the Walkman up with really crazy cool stuff like unicorns and bumblebees and fun Intern the Sage and Franki things and pirate stuff and whatnot, right? Yes? Mm-hmm. Correctimus. What else are we going to sell? Listen.
We should do a thrift store.
I dig thrift stores. I dig thrift time. We could have Intern the Sage. Here we go. We have clothing stores in the malls that we're creating. And the clothing stores are going to be like by decade. So you can shop at if you want stuff from the 1920s, it's this store over here, right? Like you could have eras.
Yeah,
so you could have
have a wing.
It's going to be like eras. A wing of eras. It's going to be like the time capsule wing of the Tongerverse Mall. And it's going to have different eras. And so you can go in, right? So you can go
Yeah.
into the 1920s era and you can get like your pinstripe suits and your like spats, wingtip shoes, whatever, right? You can get your fun. It's like, Intern the Sage. It's like a cosplay shopping mall. You could like dress up like gangster. There's like the 1920s era and you can get all the stuff from there. You got like the 80s era stuff that you can write all the bright, crazy colors and things like that, right? Like you have, or the 40s, whatever, pick whatever you want. And you have all these eras. And then you can also have like the fantasy stores. I cannot be losing my voice, Tongerverse, because I podcast too much and I have to talk.
Lose your voice so I can laugh at you.
Okay.
So I can make fun of you.
Do make fun of me. You use your voice for a little bit and you tell me, what else are we going to have? Because I'm really excited about this. It's like a cosplay shopping mall wing of our Tongerverse mall.
We need to have acceptable bullying in there. Like, not bullying to be mean, but like being a girl's girl. Do you know the concept of a girl's girl?
I'm going to go ahead and say that's just like sibling bickering rivalry stuff where it's like, I love you so much, but it's kind of fun to like get on each other's nerves and fight with each other now and then. Right? No? Girls girl? That's
kind of. So the girls girl are really just women supporting women. And sometimes you need a woman.
Support all women.
Me being like, Haleigh, I love you so much, but those shorts look fugly on you. And you need to change them because it'll make you a better person.
Because it'll make you a better person. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. It's kind of that thing of like, if there's something in my teeth, tell me. Like, that's a girl's girl thing, right? Like, tell me the things. I agree with that. That's just being honest and being like, I'm not being mean or whatever. I'm just telling you. It's
called being a girl's girl.
Like, hey, that color just isn't your tone. You know?
Have you ever got a hey girly text? Hey girly.
No, I don't know. What does that? That's just it.
Normally that means the guy is cheating.
Okay.
Like if you had a boyfriend and then I slept with him, then you'd get a hey girly text from me. Because you know what another thing my generation is good at?
Calling people out when they're doing that
Internet stalking.
Yeah, so y'all listen.
Internet stalking.
That stuff that I've seen on TikTok where they like, I saw where they kind of call people out on that or whatever. I saw that and I was like, yeah, good for you. Like,
my favorite one. Oh, it was this girl. I think she was getting interviewed.
Okay. And
she was just like, I knew this guy was cheating on me. And somehow she had either gone through his phone or somehow she figured out the name or that he was cheating on her with a bartender. So she Googles the nearest 10 bars closest to their apartment. Finds.
I think is a lot of effort.
Listen, hey, sometimes you need a lot of effort.
I was going to say, I'd just be like, nope, fuck it, we're done. Guess what? If that's the kind of, no, we're just done.
Well, okay, the problem, I agree with you. It's really easy to say that, but then you have guys who are really, really fucking manipulative now. Or will come and kill you.
Start.
So it's not even worth it at that point. So just wait.
Ted Bundy 2.0, thank you for that in my head now. Great, groovy. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So she calls. Oh, and somehow she figured out the name of this chick too.
Okay.
It might have been. No. Okay. Anyway. Oh, she stalked her Facebook. Figured out they were connected somehow.
Sleuthing of found the name. Generation.
It's crazy. We're so good at it.
You're so good at it.
Then she called each of the places and made an excuse of like, hey, my best friend Carly, the bartender's working there. Can we make reservations? And she did that for each of the 7 of the bars. Well, it turns out there's only one Carly, and the Carly's totally wrong. I can't remember the name. But there was only one Carly bartender. So when she went to confront him, she was like, hey, I know you've been talking to this girl. She bartends at this thing. And then he breaks down because he's a manipulative piece of shit, and that's how they are. That was my story for you.
That's a beautiful story. Thank you.
Yeah,
Intern the Sage. That's really great. The sleuthing that y'all do, I tell you what, is pretty impressive. I just don't want to have to do that kind of. It's too much effort. I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't even know. Intern the Sage. That's one that I give up to the Tongerverse because I got nothing. I tell you what. Is your drinks kicking in and making you sleep amiss? Are you gonna run out of steam here?
I got that from my mom.
That you get sleepy.
We get kind of like, yeah. I think also my alcoholism has made me.
My alcoholism has gotten worse. I don't.
No, has gotten better because I sleep after one drink, so then I can't drink anymore because I'm sleepy. But I'm also like really hungry now too.
And you need to go get yourself another grilled cheese. Well, Intern the Sage, just give us one happy thought to end on so that we send the audience away with happy thoughts. What happy thought would you like to give the audience?
Go look up your nearest serial killer and support them. Because we need to thin out our allegedly we need to thin out our population a little bit more.
And a wonderous note from Intern the Sage, please do, everyone, go support your local serial killers. It's not support your local sheriff anymore. It's support your local active serial killers.
They're good for you.
They're good for you. I have been Frankie, and that's been Sage. And we're clocking out. Go support